I will begin this address without a greeting, and I want to be heard by those people, not only political leaders, who are still hesitating whether it is worth providing Ukraine with the weapons that will help us to defeat the terrorist state this year. Russia has launched another heavy missile attack on Ukrainian cities. Kiev, Kharkiv, Odessa, Kryvyi Rih, Dnipro, Vinnytsia, Ladizhin, Burshtyn, Lviv region, Khmelnytsky and other cities were targets of terrorists. Civilian objects are everywhere. In the city of Dnipro, a residential building has been destroyed with this Russian strike. An ordinary 9-story panel building, of which there are quite a few in various cities of Eastern and Central Europe. All floors of this building, from the 2nd to the 9th, were smashed in the explosion of a Russian missile. We've managed to save dozens of people, wounded, traumatized, treatment is being provided to them. Among them are children, the youngest girl is 3 years old. And these are figures for now. Debris clearance is still ongoing and will continue throughout the night. It's not yet known how many people are still under the rubble. Unfortunately, the death toll is growing every hour. My condolences to relatives and friends. Can Russian terror be stopped? Yes. Is it possible to do it somehow differently than on the battlefield in Ukraine? Unfortunately no. This can and must be done on our land, in our sky, in our sea. What is needed for this? Those weapons that are in the warehouses of our partners and that our troops are so waiting for. No amount of persuasion or just passing the time will stop the terrorists who are methodically killing our people with missiles, drones bought in Iran, their own artillery, tanks and mortars. The whole world knows what can stop and how it's possible to stop those who sow death. This apartment block in Dnipro was on a street called Naberezhna Peremoghi. When the Soviet government gave this name to this street, they had in mind the victory over the Nazis in the Second World War. Russists took over everything from that enemy of the free world. It's obvious. And we must do everything we can to stop Russism, just as the free world once stopped Nazism. And I thank everyone who helps us in this. I spoke today with the Prime Minister of the UK about some very important things for our defense. Details will come later. But it's important. It's really what is needed. And I believe that similar decisions will still be made by other partners, those who understand why such evil cannot be given a single chance. Because such evil knows no boundaries. Eternal memory to all whose lives were taken by Russism. Glory to all who defend people. All services are now working in the sites hit by Russian missiles. Let's fight for every person. Out of more than 30 missiles launched towards Ukraine during the day, more than 20 were shot down. These are hundreds of saved lives. I thank our Air Force, our airmen and everyone who helps. Unfortunately, energy infrastructure facilities have also been hit. In this regard, the most difficult situation is in Kharkiv region and Kiev region. Repair crews are doing their best to restore power generation and supply as soon as possible, and work will continue around the clock. And the enemy will receive our answer on the battlefield for sure. Our soldiers will do that. Anyone involved in this and other missile strikes against Ukraine will be found and brought to justice. Glory to Ukraine.